Alrighty, we're going to give it a few minutes here, let everybody join in. Hey there, Jen. Good to see you. Usually we've got people jumping on quicker than this. It's got me a little worried. But there we go, it's starting to go. Alright, we'll give it a minute or two. Let everybody join in. You can go ahead and start voting for the Player's Choice category for tomorrow. If you haven't done that already, I put the link at the top of the comments. Your choices for tomorrow, though I think I know which category is going to win before I even posted this, but we'll go through the motions. The categories to vote for tomorrow night are famous Canadians, Disney songs, and urban legends. So when you have a second tonight, go ahead and click on that link I pinned at the top of the comments. Vote for the category you want to play tomorrow night. Alright, looks like we're getting everybody in here. Just took a minute. I'll go over the rules real quick. I know most of you guys, if not all of you guys, have been playing here almost every night since we started doing this 23 days ago. This is our 23rd straight night of playing trivia together. Did not think we'd be doing it this many times when I started this. I've been doing a daily Spotify playlist even longer when we first started this, thinking, oh, a couple weeks I'll throw some music out there, we'll have some fun. Yeah, today was the 32nd day I did a Spotify playlist. I'm starting to run out of ideas on that one, but those have been fun to do every day too. So we're going to play pub style trivia tonight from the comfort of our own. I host live trivia. Remember the days where you can go out in public and gather with your friends? Well, we used to do that way long time ago in a galaxy far, far away at the Saloon in Edison Park Tuesday nights, and Firewater on the south side in Mount Greenwood on Wednesday nights, and we'll be getting back to both of those places sooner rather than later. But until then, we'll do this. So we're going to play 5 rounds of trivia tonight. First round is a picture round. Then we'll have 3 specific categories. We'll end the night with a general trivia round. Each round is made up of 5 questions worth 1 point each and a bonus question that is worth 2 points. Those bonus questions tend to be a bit harder than the rest of the round. That's why they're worth twice the points. I will read you all five, well, 6 questions of each round. So there's 30 questions total tonight. The game takes about an hour to play. I will read you each question from each individual round, and then repeat the questions, and then I will give you a few minutes, a few seconds to finalize your answers. You will be putting down your answers on your own score sheets at home, either if you're playing individually or if you've got a little Zoom meeting going on and you're playing as a team. You are going to put your answers down on your own score sheets. I have put together a little fun quarantine trivia score sheet that's available in PDF version on the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page. You could print that out and use that, or you can use any old piece of scratch paper. It doesn't matter. Just have enough room for 30 answers and group your answers by round. Please do not put any answers in the comment section. Only put the answers on your score sheet. Comment section is there to trash talk amongst yourselves, ask questions, correct me when I'm wrong. Whatever you want to do, you can use it for anything but putting answers. At the end of the night, you're going to take a picture of your score sheet and send it to me via Facebook Messenger. I will double check your work and announce our top 5 for the evening. You are allowed to double your score for one of your rounds. What you do is you circle your group of answers for that particular round that you think you've done real well in before I read the answers to that round, and then give yourself double the amount of points for said round. I ask you please do that before you hear the answers. It's in the spirit of the live game. When we do this in person at Firewater, you turn your score sheet in after each individual round, and you circle double score before you hear the answers for the round you want to double. I ask you still do that for this game. So if you think you did real well, say round 2, and you want to double your score, circle your group of answers before I read the answers. Please do not wait until the end of the night and then just double the score for the round you did the best on. I consider that cheating, and cheating is not cool. So there's basically 3 no-nos for playing along at home. Please do not Google answers. That does not seem to be a problem with this group. Please do not put answers in the comment section, and please decide which round you're going to double before you hear the answers. So before we get into the game, it is time for the shameless plugs and the begging. If you feeling generous tonight and you'd like to send a tip, here's the information on where you can send a little something something. You can use either PayPal or Venmo. Both of my main sources of income. You've heard this sob story every night for 23 nights, but both of my main sources of income have been put on hiatus through all this COVID stuff. I cannot get paid to host trivia nights out in public. I cannot get paid to go cover professional hockey games. So any little bit of you guys feel like sending will definitely help. Most of you guys, if not all of you, have sent tips at some point. It is greatly appreciated. At the very least, it's going to help me keep the internet and the electricity on, and as long as I have those 2 functioning, we'll continue to do this every night. So you're contributing to the game. And if you don't want to send a tip and you want to read about hockey, or you do want to send a tip and want to read about hockey, heading over to thehockeywriters.com and clicking on my articles over there is another way to help out. The more clicks my articles generate, the more money they send me at the end of every month. You can find I do the Today in Hockey History posts every morning, which are usually right there on the front page of the website. You can click on the most recent one, and then when you see my name at the top of the page, you can click on that, and that will take you to a database of everything I've written on there. So the more clicks, the more pocket change I get, and we greatly appreciated. Plus, we've got over 80 writers still writing daily content, good stuff coming out. Even though there's no games being played, we're still producing some pretty good content over there at thehockeywriters.com. Okay, enough plugs, enough begging for now. It will return before the end of the night. Let's tonight we are doing a theme night. Thursday nights, starting this tonight, will be what I call Decade Night. Each Thursday, we are going to just have all questions and categories revolving around one specific decade. And we're starting tonight with the aughts, 2000 through 2009. How good is your memory from, 20 years ago-ish? So everything tonight, all of our categories, even the questions in the general trivia round will be themed on the years 2000 through 2009. As I said, we're going to do this every Thursday going forward. Next week, Thursday, we're going to do the 80s. So tonight we're doing our picture round is best pictures from the decade, movies that have won the Oscar for best picture. Then we will do a round on sports championships from the decade. The player's choice round is the Sopranos. Then we'll do hit songs from 2000 to 2009 and end with our general trivia. Again, all those questions will be random questions concerning the decade of the night. So let's get started with our first decade night. And we are going to do our picture round. Best pictures. I'm going to show you pictures of scenes from 5 movies that won the Academy Award for Best Picture during the decade of the night. So these movies won the Oscar for the Best Picture of the year between 2000 and 2009. All you gotta do is just tell me the name of the movie on your score sheet under round number 1. Please do not put any of these answers in the comment section. Here is Oscar-winning movie number 1 from the decade of the night. I would have enjoyed this movie a lot more had someone not spoiled it for me before I'd seen it. I don't know why people enjoy doing that. People who spoil movies or TV shows or anything are the worst. They are the worst. All right, let's go down to our next Oscar winner from that decade. Which movie was this? Some people think this might be the worst movie to ever win Best Picture. I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've ever seen this one. It's got a great cast. This is Best Picture number 2 from the decade of the night. 2000 through 2009 is tonight's theme. Let's move on to movie number 3. What is the name of this Oscar-winning Best Picture? What is the name of this Oscar-winning Best Picture from the aughts? Question number 4. Movie number 4. Sorry about that. There is number 4. Back when Catherine Zeta-Jones was still a thing. let's move on to number 5. There's number 5. This is by far my favorite movie of this group. I love this movie so much. Big fan of pretty much everybody in this movie. I think this movie is on Netflix, and I haven't watched it in a while, so that might be something I do in the next day or two, is rewatch this movie. All right, our bonus question for the best picture round. I'm going to warn you right now, it's a little wordy, so bear with me. In 2009, Catherine Bigelow became the first and only woman to win Best Director for The Hurt Locker, which also won Best Picture that evening. For 2 points, her movie beat out what other movie that was directed by her ex-husband, James Cameron? In 2009, Catherine Bigelow became the first and only woman to win the Best Director Oscar for The Hurt Locker, which also won Best Picture that evening. For 2 points, her movie beat out what other movie that was directed by her ex-husband, James Cameron? You want to talk about a little extra? Yeah, not only did I win, but I beat you, Mr. Ex-Husband guy. All right, let's go through these picture clues one more time for those who maybe missed a couple or just need to see one again. This is number 1. These are all movies that won the Oscar for Best Picture in the first decade of the 21st century, so between the year 2000 and 2009. There's number 2. Here's Best Picture number 3. There is number 4. There is number 5. And the bonus question one more time. In 2009, Catherine Bigelow became the first and only woman to win the Best Director Oscar for The Hurt Locker, a movie that also won Best Picture that night. For 2 points, her movie beat out what movie that was directed by her ex-husband, James Cameron? What James Cameron directed movie was nominated for Best Picture in 2009 but lost to The Hurt Locker? I'll give you guys a few seconds here to get your answers finalized. If you think you've done real well and you want to double your score for this round, now is the time to circle your answers, and you give yourself double the points once I read you the correct answers. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's go through our answers for our picture round tonight. These are all movies that won the Best Picture Oscar award during the decade of the night. There is number 1. That is $1 Million Baby. Million Dollar Baby. Movie that was spoiled for me, so did not enjoy it as much as had I not known how it ended. I will not ruin it for any of you who haven't seen it yet. Number 2, this is Crash. Crash. There's a debate out there if this one actually deserved to win it or not. I have no opinion. I have not seen that one. Speaking of best pictures I have never seen, this is another one I have yet to see. Slumdog Millionaire is the name of this one. Number 3. Number 4 was one of those rare musicals that win for best picture. Chicago. That is Chicago. Number 5. That is No Country for Old Men. The Coen brothers. One of their better movies. And then our bonus question. In 2009, Catherine Bigelow became the first and only woman to win the Best Director Oscar for The Hurt Locker, a movie that also won for Best Picture. For 2 points, her movie beat out what movie that was directed by her ex-husband, James Cameron? That was Avatar. It beat out Avatar, was the James Cameron movie that lost to his ex-wife. Talk about a big middle finger. She had to love every second of that. So once again, our answers for round number 1 tonight are Million Dollar Baby, Crash, Slumdog Millionaire, Chicago, No Country for Old Men, and Avatar. So that wraps up our picture round for the night. I put the iPad away until later. Let's get that charged up. One of the first things I'm going to do when this is all over is get a new iPad because the battery life on this thing is terrible. That's how they get you to buy new ones. All right. Round number 2 in Decade Nights. We're going to do a round on sports championships from the decade. These are questions all about teams who won a championship between the years 2000 and 2009. Let's see how good your memory serves you. Question number 1. True or false? The Carolina Hurricanes appeared in 2 Stanley Cup finals during the decade. True or false? The Carolina Hurricanes appeared in 2 Stanley Cup finals during the decade between 2000 and 2009. The double zeros. Before they were a bunch of jerks. Question 2. Which NASCAR driver won 4 straight Sprint Cup titles between 2006 and 2009? Which NASCAR driver won 4 straight Sprint Cup titles between 2006 and 2009? Question number 3 for round number 2. There was only one team, not the Los Angeles Lakers or the San Antonio Spurs, to win the title during this decade. What team won it all in 2006? There was only one team, not named the Los Angeles Lakers or San Antonio Spurs, to win the NBA championship during this decade. Which team won it all in 2006? I believe the Lakers won 6 championships in the decade. The Spurs won 3. And then this team won their one title in 2006. What team was it? Question number 4. Which team prevented the New England Patriots from having a perfect season by beating them in Super Bowl 42 back in 2008? Which team prevented the New England Patriots from having a perfect season by beating them in Super Bowl 42 back in 2008? Question number 5. Which Chicago White Sox player was named the MVP of the 2005 World Series? Which Chicago White Sox player was named MVP of the 2005 World Series? And our bonus question for our sports championship round. There were 2 FIFA World Cups played during the decade in 2002 and 2006. They were won by 2 different traditional soccer powerhouses. For 2 points, name them both. There were 2 FIFA World Cups played during the decade in 2002 and 2006. They were won by 2 traditional soccer powers. For 2 points, name them both. Who won the 2 World Cups playing in the decade? All right, I'm going to read these questions again for you in case you need any repeated. True. Question number 1, round number 2. True or false? The Carolina Hurricanes appeared in 2 Stanley Cup finals during the decade. Question number 2. Which NASCAR driver won 4 straight Sprint Cup championships between 2006 and 2009? Question 3. There was only one team not named the Los Angeles Lakers or San Antonio Spurs to win the NBA title during the decade. Which team won it all in 2006? Question 4. Which team prevented the New England Patriots from having a perfect season by beating them in Super Bowl 42 back in 2008? Question 5. Which Chicago White Sox player was named MVP of the 2005 World Series? And the bonus question for 2 points. What was the name of the band? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong category. I'm getting ahead of myself. Bonus question. There were 2 FIFA World Cups played during the decade in 2002 and 2006. They were won by two different traditional soccer powers. For 2 points, name them both. All right, I think my NBA question may be incorrect. Yeah, I see what I did there. I was just looking in the wrong column on this little chart at the Western Conference champions. So, question number 3 is no good. It is incorrect. So guess what? Everybody gets question number 3 right, no matter what you put down, because my wording was incorrect. The Spurs and Lakers went to 9 NBA finals. So this team that I would anyway. All right, let's do the answers, and then I'll explain that. Thank you, Lenny, for pointing out my error. This is what happens when a guy that doesn't watch basketball tries to write basketball trivia questions. So everybody gets a free point. Question number 1, true or false? The Carolina Hurricanes appeared in 2 Stanley Cup finals during the decade. That is true. They lost in 2002 and won in 2006. Question number 2, which NASCAR driver won 4 straight Sprint Cup titles between 2006-2009? That was Jimmy Johnson. Question number 3 was an inaccurate question, so everybody is going to get a point for that, regardless of what team you put down. I was looking in the wrong column, and had I worded it, which team was the only team to win the Western Conference that wasn't the Lakers or the Spurs, and I would have been correct with the Dallas Mavericks, but that is not the case. So no matter what team you put down, the Miami Heat won the title in 2006, but since I worded the question wrong, you all get a free point. So number 3 is correct no matter what you put down. And number 4, which team prevented the New England Patriots from having a perfect season by beating them in Super Bowl 42 in 2008? That was the New York Football Giants, pulling off that big upset that I think everybody outside of Boston really, really enjoyed. Number 5, which Chicago White Sox player was named the MVP of the 2005 World Series? That was right fielder Jermaine Dye. Jermaine Dye won that MVP award that year. Bonus question, there were 2 FIFA World Cups played during the decade in 2006 and again in 2002 and 2006. They were won by 2 traditional soccer powers for 2 points. Name them both. Brazil won in 2002. Italy won in 2006. Brazil and Italy. So if you've got them both, you get 2 points. If you have one, you can give yourself 1 point. Obviously, if you didn't get either one, that's a big 0. So those answers, again, were true. Jimmy Johnson, number 3, is like the middle square in bingo. Everybody's going to get that one for free. So give yourself a point no matter what you put down. Number 4 was the New York Giants. 5, Jermaine Dye. And the bonus question, Brazil and Italy. That's why it's nice to have fact checkers in real time. Trying to write NBA questions on very little sleep at 1 in the morning gets you incorrect information, but everybody gets a free point. So when I screw up, you all win. All right, round number 3. This is the Player's Choice round for the night. The voting was very close. Last night you got to vote for, let me see here. It was, well, yeah, I'll agree with that, Dawn, but I don't think your husband would appreciate that. So our Player's Choice categories last night, you got to choose from either Pirates of the Caribbean, The Sopranos, or video games from the decade. And in a very closely contested race, Sopranos won by just 1 vote. So got to remember to be voting for these Player's Choice categories. They come down, a lot of times they come down to just 1 or 2 votes. Sometimes they tie. And I have the link to click for tomorrow night's Player's Choice category. Your choices are famous Canadians, Disney songs, or urban legends. And you can go, you don't have to wait for the game to get the link. I post that poll usually in the, well, it's about time he gave you to look at disgust, Don. I'm sure it's usually the other way around. Finally, he has something to be disgusted at you about after all these years of marriage. All right, so you can go ahead and vote on that Player's Choice category. That polls go up late morning, early afternoon. Usually, you can go to the Trivia Nights with Greg page, and on the column on the left-hand side, you'll see, I think it's the 3rd choice down, Player's Choice voting. You can click on that to get to the poll if you don't want to wait till I post the link in the nightly game. So let's move on to tonight's Player's Choice round, The Sopranos. It was one of the biggest TV shows of the decade. So we will talk about our buddies from New Jersey. Question number 1. What was the name of Tony's sister who was engaged to Richie Aprile, but they never got married on account of her murdering him? What was the name of Tony's sister who was engaged to Richie Aprile, but they never got married on account of her murdering him? That will ruin some wedding plans right there. I mean, it was justifiable homicide, but all right, question number 2 for the Sopranos round 3 on your score sheets. What was Tony's favorite TV channel? Was it HBO, the History Channel, or the Food Network? What was Tony's favorite TV channel? Was it HBO, the History Channel, or the Food Network? Throw in some multiple choices on these specific categories to help out those of you who may never have seen Sopranos. By the way, a sneak peek for tomorrow, besides our Player's Choice round, I had a post up on Facebook earlier that got people discussing all the movies Brian Dennehy, who passed away today, was in. So tomorrow we're going to do a Brian Dennehy round on in honor of the late great actor who I went on his IMBD page earlier and forgotten how many really good movies he's been in. So that's a little preview for tomorrow. We will do a tribute round to Brian Dennehy. All right, back to the Sopranos. Question number 3. Steve Van Zandt, who played Silvio Dante, is used to working for a boss from New Jersey. He is the longtime guitarist for which legendary backup band? Steve Van Zandt, who plays Silvio Dante, is used to working for a boss from New Jersey. He is the longtime guitarist for which legendary backup band? I'm looking for the name of the band, not the guy they back up. The name of the backup band, not the lead singer guy. Question number 4. While running the executive poker game, what Sopranos lingo is used for $1,000? While running the executive poker game, what Sopranos lingo is used for $1,000? Anytime someone wants to get $1,000 of chips, what do they say to give them? Question number 5. What animal does Tony have tattooed on his right arm? Is it a snake, a pit bull, or a tiger? What animal does Tony have tattooed on his right arm? Is it a snake, a pit bull, or a tiger? And the bonus question in the Sopranos round for 2 points. What was the name of the band who performed the song Woke Up This Morning, which is heard during the show's opening credits? For 2 points, what was the name of the band who performed the song Woke Up This Morning, which is heard during the show's opening credits? Are you guys excited for the Bulls documentary that's starting, I think, Sunday, The Last Dance? I put a 90s Bulls category up for Player's Choice a few days ago. I think I'm going to throw that in the night that series debuts. I think that will be pretty cool. I saw Michael Jordan today said that the documentary is going to make people think that he isn't a very good guy. So apparently it's very accurate. That is actually Stella who's snoring super loud. She is out cold and she's not even anywhere near the computer. She's all the way across the room. Pickle's right by my feet and he's not that loud. When Stella gets into real deep sleep, she gets very loud because she has very tiny nostrils. All right, let's repeat the Sopranos questions for you. Question 1, what's the name of Tony's sister who was engaged to Richie Aprile, but they never got married because he was dead? She done killed him. What was her name? Question 2, what was Tony's favorite TV channel? Was it HBO, History Channel, or the Food Network? Question 3, Steve Van Zandt, who played Silvio Dante, is used to working for a boss from New Jersey. He's the longtime guitarist for which legendary backup band? And I'm looking for the backup band's name, not the leader of said group. Question 4, while running the executive poker game, what Sopranos lingo is used for $1,000? When a guy wants $1,000 worth of chips, what do they tell him to give him? Question 5, what animal does Tony have tattooed on his right arm? Is it a snake, a pit bull, or a tiger? And the bonus question was for 2 points. What was the name of the band who performed the song Woke Up This Morning, which is heard during the show's opening credits? I'll give you guys a few seconds here to put together your final answers before we get on to the answers. So yes, the Bulls 10-part documentary starts on Sunday. So Sunday night, I'll put in that 90s Bulls category. Kind of be topical and stick with the theme. So start brushing up on your 90s Bulls. All right, let's go through our answers for round 3, The Sopranos. Number 1, what was the name of Tony's sister who was engaged to Richie Aprile, but they never got married on account of her murdering him? That was Janice. Question 2, what was Tony's favorite TV channel? The History Channel was his favorite channel. Me and Tony have something in common. Question 3, Steve Van Zandt, who played Silvio Dante, is used to working for a boss from New Jersey. He is the longtime guitarist for which legendary backup band? That, of course, is the E Street Band. Number 4, while running the executive poker game, what Sopranos lingo is used for $1,000? If you want $1,000 worth of chips, they're going to give you a box of ziti. A box of ziti. The poker episode with Frank Sinatra Jr. is one of my favorite TV episodes of any television series, where Silvio loses his mind because he's sweeping up the cheese by his feet. That scene cracks me up every time. It's so good. Question 5, what animal does Tony have a tattoo of on his right arm? If you put down tiger, you would be correct. That is the correct answer. And the bonus question for 2 points. What was the name of the band who performed the song Woke Up This Morning, which is heard during the show's opening credits? That is Alabama 3. Alabama 3 is the name of that band. Leave the freaking cheese. I put provolone in my socks so it smells like your mother's crotch in the morning. It's so good. YouTube that scene after this and watch it 30 times in a row. I'm going to do that. All right, so once again, our Sopranos answers were Janice, History Channel, the E Street Band, a box of ziti, tiger, and Alabama 3. All right, we're going to move on to our 4th round. Hit songs from the decade of the night. These questions are all about hit songs from the 2000 to 2009. Let's get right into question number 1. Lady Gaga had her big break with her first #1 song in 2009. What was the name of it? Lady Gaga had her big break with her first #1 song in 2009. What was the name of it? Her first #1 hit song. Question number 2 for the hit songs. What rock band's 2004 album American Idiot spawned 5 hit singles, including Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday? What rock band's 2004 album American Idiot spawned 5 hit singles, including Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday? Question number 3. What hip hop duo scored their biggest hit with 2003's Hey Ya? What hip hop duo scored their biggest hit with 2003's Hey Ya? Yeah, I think A3 is fine for the Sopranos bonus. That's what I believe they went by mostly. Yeah, A3 is fine. So if you had Alabama 3 or A3, they like to be cute and shorten things up. Question 4. In 2004, Khalees told us that her what brings all the boys to the yard? 2004, Khalees told us that her what brings all the boys to the yard? Question 5. Jamie Foxx did his Ray Charles impression on what 2005 hit song by Kanye West? Jamie Foxx did his Ray Charles impression on what 2005 hit song for Kanye West? And our bonus question for hit songs. For 2 points, what animated hip hop group's first hit song in 2001 was named after Clint Eastwood? For 2 points, what animated hip hop group's first hit song in 2001 was named after Clint Eastwood? All right, I'll repeat these questions one more time for you guys. Round number 4, hit songs. Question number 1, Lady Gaga had her big break with her first number 1 song in 2009. What was the name of it? Number 2, what rock band's 2004 album American Idiot spawned 5 hit singles, including Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday? Number 3 was what hip hop duo scored their biggest hit with 2003's Hey Ya? Question 4. In 2004, Khalees told us that her what brings all the boys to the yard? Question 5. Jamie Foxx did his Ray Charles impression on what 2005 hit song by Kanye West? And the bonus question for 2 points, what animated hip hop group's first hit song in 2001 was named after Clint Eastwood? I'll give you guys a few seconds to put your final answers together before I read them to you. All right, let's do our answers for 2000s hit songs category. Number 1, Lady Gaga had her big break with her first number 1 song in 2009. That was the song Just Dance. Just Dance was her first number 1 hit. Somebody's looking to get the bonus question repeated. That was what animated hip hop group's first hit song in 2001 was named after Clint Eastwood. Who did the song Clint Eastwood? Question number 2. What rock band's 2004 album American Idiot spawned 5 hit singles including Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday? That is Green Day. Green Day is your answer for number 2. Number 3, what hip hop duo scored their biggest hit with 2003's Hey Ya? That is Outkast. The song still is fantastic. Question 4. In 2004, Keyless told all of us that her what brings all the boys to the yard? Her milkshake. Everybody remembers that song. Number 5. Jamie Foxx did his Ray Charles impression on what 2005 hit song by Kanye West? That was Gold Digger. And the bonus question worth 2 points. What animated hip hop group's first hit song in 2001 was named after Clint Eastwood? That are the Gorillaz. The Gorillaz is who we're looking for there. So our answers once again for round number 4 was Just Dance, Green Day, Outkast, Milkshake, Gold Digger, and the Gorillaz. So we're going to go to our final round of the night. General trivia is the category, but all these questions will all be about stuff that happened in the decade of the night. They're just random questions about 2000 to 2009. After this round, you're going to take a picture of your score sheet and you're going to send it to me via Facebook Messenger. You can send it to either the Trivia Nights with Greg account that this stream is originating from, or you can send it to my personal Facebook page. If we're Facebook friends, it doesn't matter which account it goes to. They both wind up on my slowly but surely dying iPad. So let's do our final round of the night. General trivia to wrap up our first decade night. Question number 1. Who did Joey Potter end up with at the end of Dawson's Creek? Who did Joey Potter end up with at the end of Dawson's Creek? Question number 2. Tina is the llama belonging to the title character of what 2004 movie? Tina is the llama belonging to the title character of what 2004 movie? Movie's 16 years old already. That's insane. Insane. Question number 3. Which American city hosted the 2002 Winter Olympic Games? Which American city hosted the 2002 Winter Olympic Games? Question number 4. Tom Anderson was the creator of and your first friend on what popular website? Popular at the time. Tom Anderson was the creator of and your first friend on what popular website? And question 5. Who won the first season of Survivor? Who won the first season of Survivor? And the bonus question for our general trivia round, final question of the evening, for 2 points. When Hurricane Katrina caused the levees to break in 2005, the waters of what body of water flooded New Orleans? For 2 points, when Hurricane Katrina caused the levees to break in 2005, the waters of what body of water flooded New Orleans? All right, I'll repeat these questions for you one more time. Question number 1, who did Joey Potter end up with at the end of Dawson's Creek? Question number 2, Tina is the llama belonging to the title character of what 2004 movie? Question number 3, what American city hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics? Question 4, Tom Anderson was the creator of and your first friend on what popular website? Question 5 was who won the first season of Survivor? And the bonus question for 2 points, when Hurricane Katrina caused the levees to break in 2005, the waters of what body of water flooded New Orleans? What body of water's levees broke? I'll give you a few seconds here, a few moments to put together your final answers. While we do that, I'll show you the information in case you guys want to send a tip this evening. Once again, you can send either to Venmo or PayPal. Thank you guys for everybody who has already sent a tip while we've been doing this. It's been very helpful. It's definitely easing some of the stress and caused from not having. All right, let's do our answers for general trivia. Question number 1, who did Joey Potter end up with? At the end of Dawson's Creek, she chose something called Pacey. Okay, way to go, Pacey. Question number 2, Tina the llama. Tina is the llama belonging to the title character of what 2004 movie? That is Napoleon Dynamite. Question 3, what American city hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics? That was Salt Lake City, Utah. Question number 4, Tom Anderson was the creator of and your first friend on what popular website? MySpace. Who remembers MySpace? Question 5, who won the first season of Survivor? That was some dude named Richard Hatch. The bonus question for 2 points, when Hurricane Katrina caused the levees to break in 2005, the waters of what body of water flooded New Orleans? That is Lake Pontchartrain. Lake Pontchartrain. So once again, those answers for general trivia were Pacey, Napoleon Dynamite, Salt Lake City, MySpace, Richard Hatch, and Lake Pontchartrain. So go ahead and finalize your score sheets, add up all your rounds. No, well, I think I need the last name for the Survivor winner, Richard Hatch. I need first and last name for that one. All right, so let's add up our scores and give us the circle your final score. No, no. First and last name on the Survivor guy. When in doubt, always put down first and last name. Putting down Richard's just a little bit too vague. All right, so put down your final scores. You put down your final. Take your score sheets and send it to me on Facebook Messenger. You can send it to either page account or my personal account. Doesn't matter to me. I get them either way. All right, so we start getting. Here we are. All right, let's see who we got here. We've got ST and No D. Stacy and Tracy, thank you. Seven-Year Itch, I have your score. Thank you. All right, Malone and Watson's, I have your score. confused there for a second. Okay, Bad to the Bone, I have your score. Thank you. Jen, I've got your score. All right. Team Glowat, Supan, and Dan, I've got your score. Thank you for checking in again. All right. Marty and Liz, I have your score. Thank you guys. And the Pratts, Lisa, I've got your score. Let's check the other account real quick. All right, I have the score for Freddie and for the Grand Sards. Thank you guys. Let's check our other page here, see what we got. We got a few more to go through. All right. Rose Hose, I have your score. Is there any category that you guys don't know? All right. Amanda, I have your score. Team Corn Team, I have your score. And let's see here. We've got all right, Katie, I've got your score too. Nicely done. Nice little doodling there from Katie McLean. All right. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss anybody, and then we'll figure out who our top 5 is. All right, looks like we got it all. So we had 15 score sheets turned in tonight. Got people playing all over the place, which is always great to see. Let's see who our top 5 is for this Thursday evening, our first decade night. Next Thursday, we're going to do the 80s. All right, very close game again. Once again, just a few points separating our top 5. In 5th place, we had actually we have a tie for 4th place with 35 points. We had Katie McLean, nicely done with your little artwork and your 35 points. And Team Glowat, Zupan, and Dan, you guys tied for 4th place tonight with 35 points. In 3rd place with 37 points, we have Freddie, One Man Wrecking Crew. In 2nd place with 38 points, we have the Malone and Watson clan from the South Side. Thank you guys. And winning once again with 39 points, another 1-point victory for our super team, Rose Hose. I gotta start thinking of some categories these guys don't know stuff about to make it fair for the rest of you guys. But another victory for Rose Hose. Thank you guys, and thank you all for checking in and playing tonight. We are going to do this again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and every night until we are allowed to do this out in public again. Don't forget to vote for tomorrow's Player's Choice category. And yeah, until we see each other again tomorrow night, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Check out on those neighbors that may need a little bit of help. Support your local businesses that are still opening, and for God's sake, please stay home if you can. Don't leave the house unless you absolutely have to. And we will see you again tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody.